Hi, this is Misha Fligger, member of the WA bargaining team, back with another update regarding bargaining. Here I want to talk a little bit about overall bargaining procedure and where we're at with it, and just to give you an understanding of why we are where we're at. So, just a quick overview of the bargaining procedure. Okay, the first part is basically demand to bargain, where the WEA team asked the WSD team to come to bargain at the end of our last contract. Following that is the direct bargaining process, where both teams, basically the WSD team and the WEA team, bargain over the contract for a minimum of 150 days. If at the end of that 150 days, one or both sides feel like not enough progress is being made, then they ask for mediation. Mediation is basically where a state mediator comes down and tries to help both sides come to an agreement, acting as an impartial arbitrator. If at the end of mediation, meaning a minimum of 15 days and two mediation sessions, while one team feels like they are deadlocked and cannot proceed with bargaining, then they can declare impasse. What impasse basically means is that both sides are, or one side says, "Hey, we can't move forward. We feel like we're not making progress. We can't agree to their offer, and so we feel like things are deadlocked. We can't move forward." After impasse is called, within 7 days of impasse, both sides have to provide a final offer, meaning that's it. This is what we're offering, and they have to cost their offer. Excuse me. After final impasse is declared, and within 7 days of impasse following that is a 30-day cooling off period, where both sides will continue to bargain to some extent, but at the end of that 30-day period, we can go on strike, and the district can implement their final offer, meaning they can force their version of the contract on us. So that's the power they have, right? They can just say, "This is your contract," and that's it. What we can do is we can strike. We can withhold our labor, and we can put pressure on the district by closing the schools and basically making it so that the school district as a whole, doesn't function the way it's supposed to. And that's the power we have, right, in order to get the contract that both we as staff and students deserve. I want to explain a little bit why we're at the mediation process still. We're only required to do it for 15 days and two mediation processes. Two mediation sessions. We've currently done three mediation sessions, and we're way over the 15 days. The reason we're doing this is the concept of permissive and mandatory issues in bargaining. So when it comes to bargaining, certain issues are mandatory, meaning that you have to discuss them. They have to be part of your bargaining process. Those things usually include wages, hours, working conditions, and it usually relates to the specific field of work relating to that bargaining process. It varies from job to job, from contract to contract, from state to state. But generally speaking, for us, mandatory issues of bargaining would be wages, our hours, and certain working conditions. Because we're a Title I school, unlike a district, excuse me, unlike a lot of other districts in the state, it's mandatory for us to bargain class sizes, right? SB 580, that's a law that was passed by the state of Oregon, makes it so that Title I schools have to bargain class sizes. All of our schools in Woodburn School District are Title I, so it is a mandatory piece of bargaining. What is not mandatory, what is a permissive topic of bargaining, is the dual language piece, the dual language article. That is a permissive piece. So if we were to impasse, and we would not be able to have that as part of our final offer necessarily. What we would have to do is basically bargain with the district, maybe have to take a lower COLA in order to have that dual language piece. If we are able to tentatively agree to the dual language piece prior to the end of mediation, prior to impasse, we wouldn't have to worry about that. It's already part of the contract at that point, and so they couldn't just go back and remove it, right? If we both agree to the dual language piece, then that becomes part of the contract, and we don't have to worry about it moving forward. The last three mediations, we've seen significant movement on behalf of the district on the dual language article. So we feel like by the end of the last mediation session tomorrow, we should be able to get that into our contract and hopefully not have to worry about it being there or having to bargain a lower COLA or higher classroom sizes in order to get the dual language piece. So that's why we've opted to continue mediation, and why we've opted not to declare impasse, because we really want that dual language piece in there. It's a really important piece for our district, and we feel like it's something worth continuing the mediation process over. Our hope is that the district continues to make movement on other pieces as well, including financials. However, their last offer was pretty slim considering also that we found out recently that they've given themselves at the district office, at certain positions at the district office, the director positions, 16% increases to their own COLA. I'll discuss that in a later video. So just to summarize everything that I have discussed here so far. This is the process. This is the bargaining procedure. We're currently at mediation. The reason that we haven't called an impasse after the minimum of 2 mediation sessions in 15 days is because of the permissive subject of the dual language part of the contract. We want to get that agreed to so that we don't have to worry about it when we move into final offers and costing and when we start bargaining in the latter part of the bargaining procedure. Again, it would make it so that we would have to maybe take a lower pay, or we'd have to increase classroom sizes or something else in order to get the dual language piece in there as part of the bargain. So that's why we're continuing mediation. I hope that answers your questions in regard to where we're at in the bargaining procedure. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at the email provided in the description of this video, or feel free to email me at my district email. It's mpfliger@woodburnsd.org. Thanks again for watching. Solidarity, and we hope to see you soon.